Vasconcelos is a program of the Veracruz State Ministry of Education. Its name means autonomous vehicles to support learning and leadership for social organization. Mexico's state of Veracruz stretches along the east coast of central Mexico. It is a long state that rises from coastal plains through tropical rainforests and mangrove swamps up to high mountains in the west and northwest. With its wonderful diverse vegetation, Veracruz produces coffee, sugarcane, citrus and tropical fruits, vanilla, cereals, corn, and many more. The Olmec culture, believed to be the mother culture of the Americas, flourished in Veracruz. With the arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, it later became a melting pot of continental America. Veracruz has been further enriched by this blend of indigenous, European, and Afro-Caribbean influences, still vibrantly evident today in its architecture, cuisine, and music. Today, Veracruz has a predominantly young population of almost 8 million inhabitants, 42% of which are between the ages of 4 and 24. There are 14 indigenous groups who represent 10% of the population, to preserve their traditions and languages. 1/3 of the population lives in small, remote, rural mountain communities, which are historic havens for indigenous groups. Most of these areas are difficult to access and often lack even the most basic services of communication, education, health, and economic development. This marginalization is marked by high rates of poverty, unemployment, illiteracy, and immigration. The Vasconcelos program was created in 2005 to bring the latest technology with the most current educational programs where it is most needed, to these marginalized communities. Our mission is to bring to these most isolated and disadvantaged communities the right to access new information and communication technologies in a meaningful and equitable way, concentrating on their individual and collective needs, thus fostering sustainability and community development. The Vasconcelos vehicles are mobile classrooms on all-terrain buses that the Veracruz Ministry of Education has designed and patented, and include 15 laptops, wireless access point, a self-directing satellite antenna, an IP video camera, an interactive touch-sensitive whiteboard, data projector, a surround sound system, a DVD, air conditioning, independent electric power, a selection of books, and a virtual library, educational software modules, links to free software, and access to internet portals for information relevant to the productive sector. Every mobile unit travels with a specially trained Vasconcelos team, including a mission leader, an educational facilitator, a technological facilitator, 2 community specialists, a driver. Their task is to make technology meaningful. The impact of Vasconcelos is evident in various aspects of local life, where we have many examples of the internet becoming a tool for communication between family members in other places, students in rural areas taking online education and attaining more positive results in national and international evaluations, increased agricultural productivity, consolidation of small businesses, better marketing mechanisms for agricultural products and local arts and crafts, and greater participation of women in community programs. Communities are successfully encouraged to utilize all potential services, such as the public libraries throughout the state, which have been digitalized thanks to the support of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Global Libraries Program. The Vasconcelos program has to date reached over 216,000 people and has traveled over 700,000 kilometers, which is the equivalent of almost 20 times around the equator. The program has engaged the support of new public and private partners to further its favorable outcomes. Here are a few testimonials from our users. For Vasconcelos, having trained and experienced personnel is more important than the technological resources. The success of the program relies largely on the enthusiasm of our young staff members, who are convinced that change is possible and motivated towards changing the realities they encounter in the communities they serve, promoting the ownership of ICT. The Vasconcelos team members are graduates from a variety of disciplines. An important consideration for Vasconcelos is the opportunity we provide to young graduates in getting to know firsthand the social reality of the most marginalised and forgotten, and to put their knowledge into practice, fostering community development. This ethos of community service, solidarity and teamwork, accomplished during their training with Vasconcelos, is outstanding, and we are very proud of these young professionals who are committed to improving their country and society. Our method of community involvement also gives us great satisfaction. So that team members can provide purposeful digital literacy, they must first know their future users. Our method is based on respect for these multicultural societies. Before a Vasconcelos bus arrives, a scouting team visits the village to explore the social, technological and educational needs, together with local authorities, leaders, teachers and other members of the community. Thus, the planning and design is done in advance and in collaboration with the local community, so that training can be tailored to their needs. A week later, the mobile classroom arrives, with a team of well-trained and experienced in technology, educational aspects and above all, community work. The appropriation of the meaningful use of ICT within a community on a permanent level is the essence of the Vasconcelos program. With 6 years of experience, we know that this is only achieved with the agreed participation of the community and the establishment of permanent Vasconcelos community digital centres in situ. Our challenge now is to promote sustainability, to permanently operate within communities, involving all the institutional and community organisations needed for its success. This new phase of Vasconcelos will focus on empowering 22 of the most marginalised municipalities in the state, so that they can manage their right to have permanent access to ICT, necessary for their ongoing development. Our vision for the future is to reach and create a permanent impact on an even greater number of communities, promoting learning that will develop skills, increase productivity and economic development, by fostering a sense of ownership of ICT that will help reduce inequality in educational and life outcomes. In Mexico, as in much of Latin America, a large portion of the marginalized society has few opportunities to access quality education, effective training, connectivity, and global information. In Veracruz, we want to make a difference by offering with Vasconcelos the possibility of accessing universal knowledge through ICT to where it is most needed. And to conclude, we will now see a short video of Vasconcelos in a village called ATLA during the summer holidays.
Vamos a Otatitlán, municipio de Otatitlán. Vamos a una misión especial que se llama Vacaciones con Vasconcelos. Es el trabajo comunitario, lo que yo desempeño, que es las actividades antes de subir al autobús y bajando del autobús.